night before the runway, mom edition. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here is my son making us some fresh juice, and I'll be making dinner. I typically do not confirm attendance at runway shows when I have my children because they are with their father 50% of the time. Yes, divorced household. And when they're with me, I focus on them 100%. Ice skating classes, reading, and they had never watched The Little Mermaid, so of course I had to perform. My kids' joy brings me joy, and I have to keep myself healthy. I was getting a little congested, so I got some sea moss. That's what you see me eating right there. If you don't know about sea moss by now, please take a look at my other videos. Yes, videos. I've made several because sea moss is a natural remedy for viruses, bacteria, and even like infections that are never supposed to go away. This is the cure. It's a miracle plant, and I highly recommend you start consuming it on a regular basis. Seriously, have you subscribed yet? Anyways, this is my skinny tea, which is a diuretic tea that helps you have a bowel movement, which I like to take before a show, the night before a show, so I can be super, super skinny. The kids are in bed, so it's time to work out. A good sweat session gets the job done. And the next morning, it's time to go to a kid party. Because like I said, I'm with my kids and they are priority. The fashion show will come next. We went to Chuck E. Cheese. It was super lit. I do try to limit my eating on the day of a show, but when you have kids and there's lots of activities going on,
I will not touch the pizza this time.
It can get a little tempting. Next stop, nail salon. Yep, that's the boys getting a manicure. I needed to change my nails to a neutral color, and they were with me. Instead of throwing a tablet in their faces to distract them, I kept them entertained. I'm super strict when it comes to my children watching shows, but once we got to the hotel, I allowed them to watch their favorite show while I got my makeup done by Victoria, aka Makeup by Vic.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. You're so pretty. I literally I flashed the
If your artist is not geeked by the work she did, was it even really that good? Because, ew. So now I'm at the show saying what's up to my friends, meeting some new friends, taking pictures, sending a selfie video to Bae because I'm so cute, and then taking some photos. Now, this is where I can give you some tips, okay? This is for the model girlies. When you are taking photos with a photographer, you want to keep yourself moving. Pose, pose, pose. Slight, subtle movements. Changing your arm placement. Moving your leg. Turning your cheek. Spin and stop. All of these movements are going to set you apart from the rookie models who just stand there and wait for the photographer to give them direction. Photographers will say to me, wow, you can tell you have experience, or it was so easy to work with you, when you're doing all the movements yourself. Each movement or pose you strike are different photos for you. Maximize the experience. This is me on the runway. I have learned to be more expressive on the runway and get more creative with my poses. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm getting there and I'm looking real cute. The crowd was hyped. This is me backstage, changing out of this outfit. Now, if you watch my other video, get ready with me, then you know how I feel about the robe and the tie and the bonnet. These are game changers when you need to get dressed and there's no dressing room available and you want to get dressed in front of people without exposing yourself. This is like having your own little dressing room right there on the spot. I highly recommend bringing a robe for every fashion show because, as you'll see, there's someone there, yep, who can't see my underwear or my boobs because I'm wearing this. And I got to get dressed and undressed fully in front of him, and it was totally fine. That's just an example of how it goes down. It goes down in the DM. It took a minute to get this corset tied tightly, so I'm going to take this opportunity to read an excerpt from my book, A Gal's Guide to Finessing Life, for all the girly tips. Chapter 22, Look Perfect. Smiles are contagious and laughter is medicine. Look your best to feel your best. Think about a time when you judged someone by their appearance. Perhaps their sneakers were filthy and none of their clothes match. Now imagine that person having an angelic voice, even if they were hungry or mad. The importance of pursuing perfection of all the senses lies in our shortcomings. There may be an emergency wherein you narrowly escaped a fire naked and had to cover up with clothes and shoes you found in an alley. Because you've trained to present yourself perfectly all the time, you have a default angelic voice, naturally smell like candy, your skin feels like Egyptian cotton, and your sweat tastes like salty pineapple. You look like a bum, but your lips are soft and you will be the first pick in anything at that moment. Limitlessness is the goal. Okay, how do you like my poses? I also have that in audiobook, so if you want to hear my voice some more, learn some more tips like the one I'm about to show you right now, lock in. So I asked the designer if I could change outfits, and she's like, why? And I'm like, ¿por qué? Mi estómago no es perfecto. And she said, ¿por qué? I said, porque tengo dos niños. She insisted I wear it, so I went over to my little station and painted on ab definition. It was great. I liked it. That's a good tip you can take with you. To end the night, this is my favorite photographer. We went outside to take some photos, and I just love being around people with great energy because this synergy creates beautiful art. The crowd was super hyped, and there was an after party, but of course, I wanted to rush back to my babies who were waiting at the hotel with a sitter. They waited up for me, and when they saw me, they said, "Mommy, you look so beautiful still." They were super tired in the morning, and I said, you know what? No school for the kindergartner. Let's get frog legs and pastries in downtown Vancouver. I just wanted to spend the day celebrating them and showing them my appreciation for their flexibility. Usually when they're with me, they never, ever, ever go to a babysitter. But because of the schedule change, it had to be done. And I just appreciated the collaboration that happened between us while they played. I read a book, and this is my book. Pick up your copy. To still do runway shows with two little boys makes me feel so blessed. Follow me for more Boss Babe content.
Free words. That's video. That's video. That's video. Okay. We've got it. Free words about that event.
So exciting. Wonderful, beautiful women. Third word. Thrilling.
Okay. Are you stressed?
I'm not stressed. Once I get here, it's all magic.